In the last video, we named the 3 roles. Now I'll give you the single tool that keeps you inside the right one. It's not a checklist. It's one question, and you ask it before every comment you write. It works because role drift always feels helpful in the moment. You think you're being generous. The question tells you whether you've quietly walked out of mentor coaching into something else. So here it is, the compass for every mentor coaching interaction. Am I supporting this coach's development through observed coaching evidence, reflection, and ICF competency alignment? Or am I stepping into teaching, supervising, consulting, or coaching the coach personally? Read the 2 halves against each other. The first half is your job. The second half is the 4 ways you most commonly leave it. When a comment forms in your head, run it through this. If it lands in the first half, write it. If it lands in the second half, stop and find the mentor coaching version of what you wanted to say. Let's be precise about the first half, what mentor coaching actually is. It's a collaborative developmental process that strengthens coaching capability through observed sessions, feedback and reflection, grounded in the ICF core competencies and session evidence. 3 anchors hold it. Observed sessions. Every comment ties to what you directly witnessed, not what you imagine the coach is usually like. Reflection. You invite the coach to examine their own choices rather than handing them yours. An ICF competency alignment. The development maps to the competencies and credential level they're working toward. Collaborative, developmental, evidence-based, hold those 3 and you're enrolled. Now the second half, the ways it drifts, because naming them makes them easier to catch. It should not become general coach training or supervision. Mentor coaching isn't a remediation session or a review of the coach's whole practice. You're working from this recording, not auditing their career. It should not become therapy or consulting. You don't explore the coach's personal history or prescribe solutions. The moment you say, here's what I do, you're consulting. And it should not become a personal coaching plan. You're not coaching this person on their life goals or mindset. Each of these feels caring. That's why they're easy to slip into. So what keeps you on the right side of that line? Everything you write traces back to 3 anchors. And if it can't trace, it doesn't belong in the conversation. 1, the ICF core competencies. The shared framework defining what effective coaching looks like at every level. 2, the credential level expectations, because feedback for an ACC coach is calibrated differently than for someone working toward PCC or MCC. 3, session evidence, specific observable moments from the recording, not impressions or assumptions. Run any comment back through those 3. If it traces, keep it. If it doesn't, it's coming from somewhere other than mentor coaching. Now a word on enhanced mentor coaching, because the name makes people think it's a different activity. It isn't. It doesn't change the nature of the role. It adds structure and accountability around it, and the developmental intent stays central. 4 things come with it. Clearer expectations defined from the start, structured documentation across sessions, formal observation and feedback processes applied consistently, and an overall skill evaluation. That last one matters. Even the summative skill evaluation stays developmental in spirit and delivery. Enhanced means more rigor, not a switch into pure assessment. So carry the diagnostic question into every comment. Am I developing this coach through evidence or stepping into another role? And hold this reframe, because it changes how the boundary feels. The role boundary isn't a limitation. It's the source of your credibility as a mentor coach, and holding it with discipline is itself a demonstration of professional mastery. You now know which role you're in and how to stay there. Next, we move into the session review itself, the readiness check that returns you to neutrality, and the discipline of collecting evidence while you listen, instead of inventing it after the fact.